the more I give myself time to think and to strategize and be just generally less available in the marketplace, the more opportunity is popping up. Every day I'm having conversations with people who are running amazing businesses, and we're talking about how can we work together. So in the last 3 weeks, I've been able to reduce my screen time on my iPhone by over 80%. And in this video, I want to give 6 tips, strategies, rules, whatever, that have massively helped me to make this happen so that you can go and do this. If you feel like you're way too chained to your phone, if you feel like you're spending way too much time in front of your phone screen, and you know this year you really, really want to cut it down, these tips are going to help you out massively. And I'm going to talk to you at the end of this video about some of the massive benefits of when you actually go and do this and what I'm experiencing in real time. So let's dive into it. Tip number 1 is you've got to set rules. Okay. If you don't have these rules in place, it's very easy to just fall back into old habits and patterns and always have it in your pocket or near you. So some rules that I have set over the last few weeks that have had a massive impact is, number 1, when I'm at home, my phone is on my desk. Okay. This is in a separate room to the main living room and the main kitchen where myself and my family spend the majority of our time. And my phone sits on my desk. Only if I absolutely have to move it will I do this. But the rule, not the exception, is that it sits on my desk. Another one, stop taking it everywhere with you, right? And this is just a quick little mental reframe. If you're going to the bathroom, if you're going to grab a coffee, if you're going from your office to go get lunch, whatever, you don't need your phone for that 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So just break that habit and start having a rule of, if I'm taking like a little micro trip, wherever that may be, I don't need my phone. You will be fine. It doesn't matter if people can't contact you for this period of time. So start putting a rule in place that if you take a little short trip, you aren't going to take it with you. Another rule that I've started using is, if I go out and I'm driving and maybe the family is with me and we're going to be out for an extended period of time, I'll take it with me, but I'll put it in the glove compartment, in the glove box. And that way I've still got it if we need it for maps or in an emergency, but it is not constantly chained to me. So tip number 1 is you've got to set strict rules. Step number 2 is, most of us only have, a few people at any given time who really, really need to contact us. This could be your partner, it could be your kids, it could be parents or other family members, siblings, it could be a business partner, it could be some really, really close friends. And so what I've done is I've said to these people, hey, I'm disconnecting more, may not see your text messages in a prompt fashion. So if you really need to get hold of me, just pick up the phone. And people are like, okay, no worries. Right now, if there's an emergency anyway, people are going to default to picking up the phone. And so there's really no problem. Like you don't need to be accessible for texts all day long. If you're checking them, being like, has anyone messaged me? You can break out of that, and then you can have it in your bag. You can have it in a drawer. And if it rings, you'll still hear it and you're still going to be contactable in the event that you really need to be. Tip number 3 is get one of these things. This is an iPod Classic. I pulled this from my parents' place at Christmas and it has been amazing. Now I've got like 1,000 songs that I can listen to. I've put some audio books on there. I've put some old like training programs on there. You can download YouTube videos and you can put the audio on there. But now I can go to the gym and I can still listen to music. I can go for walks. I can sit on the balcony and no one can contact me. This thing is 20 years old now, which is kind of crazy to say, but it is amazing. And it has very, very quickly changed things for me. So now I can still have my music and entertainment, but nobody can get hold of me. So I would recommend that you go dig out any old iPod or MP3 player that you had and boot it up. And if you don't have one, it is well worth the investment, whatever it is, couple $100. It will have a massive, massive impact. Tip number 4 is, on your phone itself, I would recommend that you change the screen to black and white. Depending on if you've got an iPhone or an Android or whatever, the steps and process to do this might be slightly different, but it is amazing how boring it becomes very quickly. And then when you do flick the color back on, if for whatever reason you need to, you will notice just how like in your face it is. And so go do that right now, make it black and white, and you'll very, very quickly realize how unappealing it is when it is all just black and white and you don't have all of these big colors flashing you in the face. Number 5, and this is a massive one, is go and delete all of your social media apps. Okay. I run an online business. I've made millions of dollars through content and I don't even really need it on there. There are some workarounds. There might be some nuances, and maybe I might have to add it on, do something, and then I can get rid of it. Again, remove those apps. They're going to be sucking up a ton of your time. And I'm going to talk to you at the end of this video about some of the massive benefits of when you actually go and do this and what I'm experiencing in real time. Okay, so that's tip number 5, is delete all of your social media apps. You don't need them. You can still have your accounts. You can check them online, but it's going to massively reduce your screen time and your scrolling time. And then tip number 6 is remove everything but the essentials from your home screen, because if you add that extra step, you can remove the icons altogether. They can just sit in the background. If you remove that extra step, then if you do pick up your phone, which you're going to have this like reflex when you first do this, there's nothing there, and you have to take that extra step, which like consciously jogs you to be like, hang on, what am I doing? So on my home screen, all I have is the phone, WhatsApp, because that's the main messaging app that I use. I have Spotify for the car. When we go in the car, it links into Spotify. I have my camera, my calendar, the clock, because I use that as my alarm, but the phone is on the other side of the room. Maps, my Aura Ring, because I check my sleep, and then the lights in this office are controlled with the kind of Philips Hue lighting app. So just the logistical essentials. Everything else, if I need to dig into it, I have to actually go and search for it. And so if I do find myself falling into that trap, this pulls me out of it, because I'm like, hang on, I don't need this, right? And then boom, I can put it down and get away from it. Okay, so those 6 things in the last 3 weeks have helped me reduce my screen time by over 80%. Okay, now I want to talk about some of the benefits that I've experienced from doing this. I literally feel like every day I'm becoming clearer and clearer of mind. I feel like to a degree I'm waking up. I was spending too much time on my phone. Like I said, I run an online business, and so it's very easy for me to spend a lot of time on my phone. I put systems and team and automation in place, and then I just replace it with spending time on my phone, tinkering and doing shit that I don't really need to, right? I find it's flipped in even this short period of time. It's flipped from like, now I don't even want to be near my phone. I'm like, I want to stay away from it as much as I can. I really don't even like having it in the same room as me. And it's just not necessary. I've been able to read way more. I've smashed out like 4.5 books in the last 3 weeks, which I just didn't really have a lot of time for reading before. I'm a dad to 2 young kids, and it's immediately freed up all of this extra time for reading. I just feel like my clarity is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. It sparked some awesome creative ideas. Like I launched a new ad campaign for one of my businesses that's crushed it, and that came from taking time away, reading, then that sparked an idea, and then I went and built it. So the creative juices are flowing, and this all just comes back to having less time about our faces buried in this phone altogether. And here's the crazy thing. The more I disconnect, the more clarity I get, the more I give myself time to think and to strategize and be just generally less available in the marketplace, the more opportunity is popping up. Pretty much every day I'm having conversations with people who are running like amazing businesses, and we're talking about how can we work together. Either I can come in as a consultant, maybe there's a revenue share opportunity, maybe they can use some of the systems and processes that I built, the strategies, the frameworks. How can we partner together, JV together? There's so much crazy opportunity happening at the moment, and it feels like the more I pull back and the more I make myself less available and disconnect and give myself time to think, it's just changing the energy that I show up with, and I feel like it's being more magnetic. It's hard to articulate, but it's been a really crazy experience, even in a short period of time. But beyond all that stuff, even if you just day to day are like, I'm sick of being on my phone. This is a massive waste of time. There's nothing in here that's really serving me. I want to disconnect. I want to get outside more. I want to, have more energy. I want to have better sleep. Just start by going, all right, I'm going to reduce my screen time. Use those 6 tips. Set rules. Tell important people to call you and not to text you. Go and get an iPod or an MP3 player. Change your screen to black and white. Delete all social media apps and remove everything from the home screen that isn't essential. I think if you go and do those things starting today, report back to me in the comments. Let me know. I think it will have a massive impact. All right. Until the next one, I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.